Hi everyone, it's Natalie here. Welcome. So this week, this is our reading for the Tibetan Mo for the week of the 18th to the 24th. So coming up to the full moon. So last week, our card, our divination was because it's not really the card; it's the actual syllables and their meaning. But this last week it was represented by the golden wheel. So the two syllables were D and Na. D, Na. So, yeah, let's see how it comes out for this week. Omara Patsana Di, Omara Patsana Di, Omara Patsana Di, Omara Patsana Di, Omara Patsana Di. Om Yidam Hitsukabawa Hikin Tikin Rato Hayo Watat Tikin Tayo Niroda Ewam Wadi Maha Shamana Soha. Okay, so let's see what we have in store for this week. I'm always curious to find out what, like, if anybody, if anybody's experience was in keeping with what we had. Mine was not. Any of the predictions that come about for the, for the golden wheel were not really what I had this week. I had kind of a challenging week, to be honest. A lot of that lately. Our air conditioning went out again. One night of sleeplessness because I couldn't get comfortable. The dog couldn't get comfortable. Yeah, I mean, there were multiple factors. So, a lot of them personal that I don't really want to go into, to be honest. But just to say, it was not necessarily the golden wheel for me. So I'm curious if it was the golden wheel for you. Okay, so we want to know what will be our outer aspect for the week to come. Okay, interesting. So the first syllable is ah. So again, another relatively, hopefully easier week this coming week with the ah. Time will tell. But that's the outer influence. The inner, let's find out. Oh. Okay, ah and tsa. So ah, tsa. So it's not super good, but it's kind of what I would say is a middling to mediocre, more good than bad. I think it might be the white umbrella, but let's go ahead. Let's pull the cards in the book and find out for sure. Or the parasol is what I'm thinking. Oh, no, even better. Oh. Okay, this is pretty good. So ah, keeping in mind, ah clears the way, and tsa is for something that's really aggressive, or it's air, but it's like air that's being blown really hard and really fast, right? So this week we have ah tsa as the bright star. So the bright star, I forgot about this one. So I've had this one come up elsewhere for other things, but I think not for all of us in this reading. So if Atsa, the very bright star, appears, then if you work with steadfastness and carefulness of mind, there will be a good result. So, wow, that would be nice, right? All right, so Atsa. Let's see. This is lovely. So going to the book, right? The sign of this divination is known as the non-dispersion of the beautiful accumulation which has been gathered. So whatever whatever kind of merits one has accumulated, rather than seeing them be dispersed, it would seem that probably they're focused and ready to be applied to something more directly, which is kind of nice. So for family, property, and life, if you hang prayer flags and burn incense, then all of these will turn out well. All of these will turn out well. And for the coming week, there are no like sign through it that say, no prayer flag hanging. So this is a good week for hanging prayer flags if you're of that persuasion, which I am. Let's see, intentions and aims. Any activity which involves going, traveling, and movement, as well as acts of giving, will have good results. This is good to know. It's summertime. There's a lot of people traveling, so this is good. Friends and wealth. You will receive wooden articles, animals, green cloth, and the like, in addition to news and letters. Well, that's very interesting. So we can expect different gifts. It's very interesting. It's so interesting that that's what's favored. Yeah. Well, Tsa is from the karma family, so green cloth makes sense from that perspective. And keeping in mind that karma family would be all accomplishing wisdom, so the ability to accomplish and achieve almost anything you set your mind to. Yeah, and Tsa is air again, so that would involve verbal communication, speech, written communication, newsletters. That makes sense. Yeah. Not sure about wooden articles and animals or where that would be derived from, but it's very interesting. There are no enemies. Your guests will have comfortable journeys and will arrive very, very soon. So if you're expecting friends from out of town or anything like that, they will get there comfortably and easily. Illness, yeah, this is not surprising. An air illness and agitation of the mind are present, but they're not very bad. It would be helpful if you were to worship your ancestors, make offerings to tree spirits, and the like. Well, I would say for this audience, that is definitely something that would seem relevant. An air illness. Well, again, we're still where I live right now in Missouri with the Delta variant ravaging through the entire state. That's it's definitely present. It's definitely present. It says they're not very bad. My agitation of mind is not very bad, actually. So I guess we'll hope for the best there. But in terms of if you're wanting to, if you're in a position whereby you're wanting to do something helpful in terms of general illness, right, and disease everywhere, we're ancestor worship right now and asking for their help and making offerings to tree spirits would seem to be a very auspicious and helpful thing to do. I'm going to think that one through and look at some of my practices and see what I can do for the coming week, because we're definitely in need of that here, no doubt. Evil spirits. Okay, so though there are no evil spirits attacking you, there is the slight fault of having too many agitated, fickle thoughts. Through relying upon steadiness and firmness of mind, things will turn out well. So the mind, it would seem, with Atsa is running a little bit rampant, cycling through things, especially unhelpful ideas and unhelpful things right now. So we need to just focus and probably meditation is helpful. Having specific things. I think sometimes, for me, having my tarot spread to focus on and remember, these are the 3 cards for the week. Here's what I need to be mindful of. Here's what I need to be focused on. is really good for helping me calm my mind and focus it, in addition to meditation. Spiritual practice. Any type of spiritual practice will have a good result, especially if you do it in a location other than where you usually practice. That's really good. Okay, I can think of a few places that are not where I usually practice that I could apply that. Lost article. Oh, although it has been taken by another person, it is possible to find it should you search quickly in a northern or eastern direction from where it was lost. Interesting. Will they come and will the task be accomplished? It is said that it will be accomplished. So that is good. Then all remaining matters. These will be positive, although any activity involving water is slightly unfavorable. You should rely upon activity deities such as Green Tara, perform ritual offerings to the Dharma protectors, and hang as many prayer flags as possible. Perform circumambulations, prostrations, and torma throwing rituals. I wish I had time for all of these things. I mean, I so wish I had time for all of these things. Just preparing the tormas, I mean, it's just so much, it's a lot. It's just a lot. Recite any sutras, such as the Buddha Avatamsaka Sutra, and those involving stories of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas going to other lands. If green deities are relied upon, all activities will be quickly accomplished. So the green deities, again, they're the deities of the Karma family, which is ruled by Tsa. And yeah, that basically means that bringing them in this week and asking for their assistance is going to be helpful in terms of setting the tone and being able to get things accomplished. Because when that the wisdom family, associated with the color green, rules all accomplishing wisdom. So it's business and busyness, but if we're wise about it, we're able to do everything. Okay. This prediction is known as increasing the power of air, like the revolution of the energy currents in the sky. Wow. I'm going to have to think on that one for a little bit. Increasing the power of air, like the revolution of the energy currents in the sky. Some powerful stuff in there. Some very powerful stuff in there. So, yeah, I'm of course very interested to hear if anybody had anything interesting to report from last week. And yeah, I'll see all of you again very soon. Take care and have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.